So it does sound like there are a lot of personal convictions that are driving this sort of desire to do it. But how is it that you are becoming sustainable? What are you doing to be greener or provide greener services?
Sure. I made a little list just in case that question came up.
Okay.
Sorry. Because I can't keep up. Like I said, I didn't think we were doing a lot of stuff, but when you sit down and think about it, we are. On the energy conservation, we've done an electrical usage audit. We've taken a look at our usage for electricity. We have done the basic, what most people would think that you would do, is something such as do natural lighting. We've put in skylights, thank you, I couldn't think of it. We put in the skylights. We went ahead and put in the occupancy monitors that the lights shut on and off, and the basic. We put in the better flow of the toilets in the facilities there. However, we've gone to, since we are industrial, we've gone to the plant side. We buy Energy Star motors, which I didn't even know existed, because when I used to think of Energy Star back in the day, I always thought of refrigerators and things for my home. But there are motors that are sold for that. There are VFDs that are sold. We are able in the industry now to buy Energy Star products, which is wonderful. We do make that. We've looked into solar and wind. They did not make any sense for us. We don't have the elevation for wind. Solar, there wasn't a cost back for us on that. We have looked into that. We do waste disposal, a lot of waste disposal. Obviously, we generate waste. One thing we do is we are a tin company, and we are able to send our unused tin that we cannot reuse again, that may have gone through a process, to a tin reclaimer, and they're able to use it, which saves that large resource of tin that's so hard to get and so expensive. Somebody else is able to use it, and we were able to give the benefits of the payback of that back to our employees, so that was nice. Water conservation, we are actually right now looking into cooling towers and placing chillers in to be able to reuse our non-contact cooling water. We have the use of 2 scrubbers, because we have HCl that goes into a system, and we need to scrub out the hydrochloric acid from going into the atmosphere. We've purchased new equipment such as forklifts that are CARB, EPA CARB, California Air Resource Board certified. And then we are in the process with the research and development team that we have on site to start developing chemicals to take the hazards out. There are chemicals that involve tin that are catalysts that are solvent-based. And we've had a lot of industry ask us to try to get rid of the solvent because no one wants to pay to dispose of that, no one wants to work around it, inhaling it. And we have been successful of making a water-based catalyst to replace that solvent-based catalyst.
There's going to be a lot of repeats. I mean, it's not a coincidence. Although, the big ones for us specific to my industry is recycling. I've worked in commercial kitchens since I was 10 years old, and everything gets thrown away in the trash, and there's usually one trash can. We have green, yellow, blue trash cans for everything, so the L Matter as a home. We started out with I think it was a 4-yard, it was an 8-yard dumpster that was always full, and with cardboard, paper, plastic, whatever it was, and we broke it down into 3 separate 2-yard containers, and now none of those are ever full. And it's funny because if you put things where they belong, meaning cardboard and then food matter on top of it, more cardboard and more food matter compacts itself basically. That goes to ag recycle. That gets broadcasted out into a field, and 3 years later it gets turned into organic certified organic fertilizer. Which up until last year, my mom had a farm in Greene County. She bought that fertilizer to grow the basil and some of the vegetables that we use in my restaurant. So that's a beautiful loop there. That luxury's gone now, but I'm looking for somebody locally to do some growing for us. But among other things, the flow valve regulators for all faucets in the place. I mean, cuts usage down by 30-40%. We go through a lot of water. Paper, all of our business cards, everything's post-consumer. The little bit of paper we do use, I mean, we don't print emails, we do all those smart things in-house. The new equipment we buy is Energy Star efficient, all of our ovens and stoves that pull a lot of BTUs and gas and electricity, but those are probably the main things. I mean, it's a daily challenge, honestly. I mean, I found plastic in the composter thing the other day, just walking by. I'm working on, trying to do some kind of grid system. We have a catch basin and a pond in our back, and I'm trying to figure out how we can reclaim that water. We don't really need to water our grass, because we don't have a lot of it. But everything comes off the building, gets caught into the back pond and gets put back into the system. So, but I'm sure there's a little better way to do that. So, but again, we're always looking at new ideas.
At my company, we're into renewable electricity. We took the option for our website to have that certified as a renewable powered website, which is a pretty easy thing to do. I think it costs like $15 a year or something like that. Since we're a small service company, and I don't even buy the electricity for my company, but at my home I do buy renewably generated electricity, and that's I feel like that's a very good green thing to do. And we do recycling. So I'm a green service provider. So what we do is we enable other people to do the green things, and so along with that comes with energy efficiency also comes comfort in your building, because your building is not losing the heat or the cooling that you want for yourself as much. So it's more comfortable, and there's also the marketing value of going green. We worked with a school recently where it's a private school, and it's basically they have to try and get students to come there, and having a green program is a selling point for some of these families. Lastly, what we do for our clients is we help some of our clients who are building owners obtain financing from programs that have green requirements. So that's a key part for us.